So YouTube, man, we got the video right here. Good reaction. The world's craziest prison escape. Let's see what happened, man. Shout out Fern. They be having some good videos, but see what they talking about.
July 1st, 2018, 9:20 a.m. A high-security prison south of Paris, one of the largest, most modern, and most secure detention centers in France. Hundreds of guards, massive 17-foot walls lined with barbed wire and armored doors.
Oh yeah.
The courtyards are covered with anti-helicopter netting. On all four watchtowers, snipers with assault rifles stand at the ready. In solitary confinement cell 207, inmate number 00101189 waits to be escorted to a visiting room. He is the most heavily guarded prisoner in the country. He was involved in at least 30 robberies, some including hostages, one involving a cash and transit heist that led to the death of a police officer. Twice, he slipped away from the police right at the scene of the crime. And 5 years ago, in 2013, he pulled off a spectacular escape from another high-security prison, using a smuggled gun and explosives to blast his way out. Two guards unlock his cell to pat him down. They do find something suspicious, but it's just a pack of gum. The guards like him, despite his staggering record of high-stakes crimes. He's easygoing, funny, and likable. It's almost like he's perfectly comfortable here, behind bars.
Boy loves it, man.
20 miles away, 65-year-old flight instructor Stéphane Bay welcomes two new students, Frédéric and Julien, father and son. They're both hyped for their flight. They say they just want to tag along and watch him fly, not pilot themselves, but they do request it to be on board the Alouette 2, a vintage collector's model from the 1950s. The pair have been marveling at it because it just looks so pretty. Something feels sketchy. Stéphane will later recall that he thought they were wearing wigs. But hey, money is money, right? They pay 500 euros in cash up front. Back in jail, the prisoner is escorted to the visitors block for high-risk inmates. It's situated as far away from the prison entrance as possible. Prison management has been on edge for a while, noticing a change in the inmate's behavior. He's received more visits and seemed to be sending coded messages during phone calls. His casual vibe with the guards could be a tactic to extract useful intel. A couple of days ago, a drone was spotted scouting the facility from above. Stéphane is waiting for his students on an open field. He has landed on the clearing because they said they needed to stop to pee. They stepped out and disappeared behind some trees. When they return, they're armed. They claim to know his family and his home address. They say they have been watching him for months, and that their accomplices are waiting at his house as they speak. If he doesn't do exactly as they say, his family dies. They'll tell him where to fly next. On the visitor side of booth number 50, the inmate's older brother is waiting to see his sibling. He has no idea that his little brother is about to pull off the most spectacular prison break in French history.
I think I heard about this before. Something like that. If you find him,
immigrant suburbs, he's also a legend. But to understand all this, we need to go back to the beginning.
Shot the one child, see what you're talking about.
1978, a suburb near Paris. This is 6-year-old Redouane. He's still in kindergarten, browsing through a newly opened store with his brother, who's 2 years older than him. There's not a single thing in this shop the two could afford. Their parents are Algerian immigrants. The father works in a factory, the mother cleans houses. At home, the boys shared a cramped 3-room apartment with 9 other siblings.
Damn.
The social housing block is surrounded by wealthy suburbs, full of wealthy French kids. Redouane and his brother do not fit the mold, and the store detective makes sure they know it. He calls them petite merguez,
That's my
a racial
FBI
slur for
album.
Algerian immigrants. But
Let's
other
do
than
it.
that, he doesn't really pay attention to them. Out in the parking lot, the brothers divide up their haul. It's Redouane's first theft ever. A couple of weeks later, he gets caught. His parents are furious.
Hey,
His
what you
father
did,
whips
little
him
Timmy?
20 times with a belt.
20 times with a belt, you got whooped. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You gotta call DSS out there.
Mother makes him promise
That's
he will
crazy.
never steal again. Around this time, Redouane discovers the world of film, especially French crime thrillers and American
You don't need to
gangster
have your
movies.
kids no more,
He
bro. That's
watches them on
why.
repeat, memorizes entire scenes, and acts them out at home for his family.
Oh yeah, this kid
By his
amazing.
teens, stealing isn't just survival anymore. It's a way of life.
No wonder why
He and
he
his
was in
friends
jail.
swipe TVs, stereos,
You going out
VCRs,
trying to
car
study
radios,
stuff
and
like that? Yeah,
computers.
you crazy.
They use the money to buy Adidas sneakers and flashy tracksuits.
Okay.
But more than anything, they go to the movies. Again and again. Then, at 18 years old, Redouane commits his first bank robbery.
Oh, nah.
He walks in armed, holds the bank employee at gunpoint, and threatens her with a line straight from the French crime film, Marine. Shut up. Do what I tell you. I've got nothing against you. I only want the money. Think of your children.
What kind of show is it?
After the robbery, he simply goes back to school and studies for his high school exams. There's no one to school him anymore at home. His father has moved back to Algeria.
Just telling the story like
his
how
mother is dying of leukemia.
It's like in Paris.
He'll later write in his autobiography that, from that moment on, he stopped caring. Redouane Faïd's crimes are getting bigger, and they seem to be directly inspired by American action films. During a heist, he and his crew end up taking a bank director and his family hostage. They are wearing rubber masks with the faces of famous politicians, just like Patrick Swayze in Point Break.
Yeah,
Redouane even delivers a line from the movie when they leave the scene.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and please don't forget to vote!
In another hostage situation 2 years later, Faïd and his men show up in sharp black
This
suits.
nigga robbing everybody in
homage to
sight, man. You
Tarantino's
gotta
Reservoir
move
Dogs.
away from him.
They even adopt the thing with the color-coded aliases.
Mr. White, Mr. Blonde, Mr. Blue, Mr. Orange, Mr. Pink.
But this time the job goes sideways, and they have to flee from the cops, just like in the movie. However, all these spectacular crimes still
It's
don't
real
seem
life
for
shit.
Faïd.
Yeah, this happened in
One
real
of his
life.
all-time favorite gangster films is Michael Mann's Heat, and after watching it over and over again, he sets himself a new goal: the holy grail of robbery, armored trucks.
Hand off your taxes
Come on,
to an
guys,
expert
man.
in your neighborhood.
I'm trying to see what he's
Now,
talking about.
your TurboTax expert can file for you, so you don't have to miss a moment. You've got better things to do than taxes. Have a local TurboTax expert file for you.
Come on, man. Let's see.
An industrial area on the outskirts of Paris, Faïd is behind the wheel of a Renault. He spots his target, a 6-ton armored truck with 3 armed guards inside, and slams his car straight into
You
it.
think he playing GTA?
Within seconds, 2 more cars appear, blocking the truck from the front and back. 5 men in hockey masks jump out, AK-47s in hand.
Oh,
just like in the movie
AK-47s
Heat.
in hand. Oh,
They
my
surround
God.
the truck, moving fast.
They playing
One of them
GTA. Look, they got
slaps an
C4s.
explosive-looking package onto the windshield. The guards step out and surrender. Faïd and his crew start emptying the truck, but there's a problem. It's simply too much cash. Moving the money out takes way too long. After just 3 minutes, police are on the scene.
What y'all
Gunfire
gonna do then?
erupts. Faïd takes a bullet to the shoulder. He does manage to escape with his crew, but he has lost blood on the crime scene.
That's bad.
Now the police have his
Got
DNA
DNA.
and start to investigate his identity.
Oh, yeah.
And if they catch him,
But start
he's looking at
committing them
15
crimes,
years
boy.
behind bars.
Flee the city or state, wherever you at. Or flee
Stefan
the
Bai
country.
and his 2 captors land for a second time. The hijackers have 2 more men waiting on the ground. They haul large black duffel bags into the helicopter. One of them climbs in, all dressed in black, hood pulled over his head. Stefan is held at gunpoint the entire time. Now he's ordered to take off again. He flips the ignition switches and presses the starter,
Dang.
but nothing happens.
Boy, it's
The
kidnapping the
kidnappers think he's
pilot.
trying to outsmart them and start freaking out. They beat and threaten him. If he doesn't do as they say, his family dies. Stefan manages to
you ain't got
convince
no
them
choice,
that he
though,
really
man.
needs to step out to check the wiring.
Better fly that plane.
Finally, the engine roars back to life. They
Fly
take off
helicopter.
again. The hijackers are well prepared. The duffel bags are packed with tear gas, smoke grenades, masks, AK-47s, and an angle grinder. And so the heli thunders towards the high-security prison, where Redouane Faïd is sitting calmly in visiting room 50, chatting away with his older brother. Hands down, this really is the kind of stuff you'd expect in a Hollywood blockbuster. But say you're in the US and can't stream this French crime thriller due to geo-restrictions. Enter CyberGhost VPN. With servers in more than 100 your IP address,
Come on, bro.
that's free. At just T. Give it a try at Cyber.
This dude's been ass in the videos, bro. Come on, man.
20 years earlier, the Movenpick Hotel in Basel. An employee enters a room to prepare it for the next guest. She has no idea she is not alone. Redouane Faïd has been
Nigga
hiding
laying
there for
under the
over 3
bed?
hours.
Oh, nah.
Outside, the police are
Laying under
searching
the bed
him
for 3
across the
hours?
entire city. A few hours earlier,
Oh my
Faïd was
God.
arrested on a train heading from Germany to France. German federal police took him into
Everyone trying
custody.
to get away
He'd
on
been
him.
hiding abroad for months. But when the officers escort him off the train, he manages to break free.
Oh,
He
nah.
runs straight across the tracks to
What?
shoot the cops.
Running in the ankles is
The
crazy.
train roars in and blocks the officers from following.
No
He
way.
jumps several meters down and twists his ankle.
What?
So now he's limping. Somehow
He
he
limping
makes it
and
to
he
the
got
back
handcuffs
entrance of the
on?
Move and Pick Hotel
Ain't no
and
way,
sneaks
bro.
inside.
How y'all not catching
He
this
finds
dude?
several open doors since the cleaning staff are still working. He needs to get out of here somehow.
They trolling
He
with
thinks
the
about
ass in
calling
the
a
video.
contact in Strasbourg, but he doesn't
Man
have a
trying to make his
phone.
money.
So what now? There's a payphone right outside the hotel, but he also doesn't have any coins. He calmly approaches the receptionist to ask if she can give him some change for a bill. She places the coins in front of him, which leads to another problem.
Damn.
His hands are still cuffed. What if she notices and calls the police? Fayed keeps it
His
cool,
hands still
acts like he's
cuffed.
casually reading a
Boy
promo
got his
poster
hands
behind
tucked in the
desk.
jacket. You can't see
The
him.
moment the receptionist turns away, he quickly scoops up the coins.
Look at this dude.
The first call
That dude out here
fails,
smart,
and he
boy.
disappears onto the hotel rooftop to hide for a couple of hours.
Smart.
He tries again, turns around, and finds himself surrounded by 20 police officers.
GG's. He ain't getting away this time. Throw away.
The next day, Fayed is at the hospital with 2 officers to have his ankle checked. He seems to be in serious pain, but that's
Yeah,
just an
jump
act.
all the way off
In
behind
a
the sky.
fraction of a second, he drops his crutches and snatches a gun from one of the
What?
officers.
Oh nah, bro.
He trained in Krav Maga
You gotta
during
be
his
like,
time in Israel,
some movie
a super
stuff. No way
efficient
this
military
happened, bro.
combat technique designed for fast defense and brutal disarmament. Before the second officer
This
can
nigga
react,
whooping these cops'
Fayed
ass.
drives his elbow into his face. The officer drops, and Fayed takes his gun too.
Oh, they
Then he
got
runs
2 guns
as
on him.
fast as he can
By
for the
John
second
Wick.
time in 24 hours. You would think a guy like that would be watched extra closely in jail. At 11:18 a.m., this prison guard hears a strange noise.
So eventually they caught him.
A
I
low
guess.
hum or buzzing sound coming from outside. To her, it sounds like a leaf blower.
Man, you know that
Weird,
ain't no
she
leaf blower.
thinks.
Come on, man.
The gardeners are not supposed to work on Sundays. Well,
Common
it's
sense.
not a
They're
leaf
not
blower,
working on Sunday, then it's clearly a helicopter.
but the
Oh,
facility
man,
is
people
prepared for this.
Stupid.
This sentinel receives an urgent order over the radio: unseal. The same thing happens on other watchtowers. Each one is equipped with a special case. The guard has to break the seal to open it. Inside is an HK G36 assault rifle. He
Oh,
grabs
yeah.
it and takes aim. The helicopter just keeps descending. The prison yards are covered with
Shoot it
anti-helicopter
down,
netting.
man.
Flying in here would be a suicide mission.
Shoot it down, dude.
But this is not a random
Can't
helicopter.
fly no helicopter
It's a
over
60-year-old
no
vintage model,
prison. Dude, they would
just
shoot you
small
down.
enough to slip through this unsecured gap
Especially
in
that
the
close
last
to the
one of the
ground
prison
like that. You
yards.
cannot do that.
Also, this is not a regular landing. In fact, they're not touching down at all. Redouane Fayed must have known somehow that prison guards are not allowed to shoot at a flying helicopter. There's a proper protocol for this.
You can't shoot
And
at a
maybe he
helicopter.
also knew that
They had to
Stefan
change the
Bach was one
rules,
of the
man.
few
You have
pilots
to
in
be
all
able to do
France
that.
who are
There's no
skilled
way.
enough to pull this off, to keep this specific type of vintage heli steady enough while hovering above the ground. Investigators will later discover that Fayed had been writing letters to Stefan's stepdaughter for 2 entire years. And this
Dang.
friendship was not Fayed's only connection to the outside world, because at this point, Redouane Fayed was already a star.
That boy a star, boy. Not the good kind of star.
October
Criminal.
2010, 12 years after his escape in Basel, 8 years before his helicopter prison break, Redouane Fayed sits in a French talk show.
Gangster, braqueur, voyou, voleur, appelez ça comme vous voulez, il revendique à peu près tous ces mots-là. Bonjour Redouane Faïd. Bonjour. Les banques, vous en avez braqué combien en tout?
Bro, this dude is going on like the news channels, bro. After you robbing all these banks and stuff, bro. How?
trentaine, mais bon, ça c'est que des dires et des racontards.
He's a welcome guest at the time, a bit of
You're
a
not supposed to be
sensation.
able to go on shows and
Redouane
stuff.
Fayed has written a
You're
book
literally
on
a
cinematic
fugitive.
crimes, so now he's making the rounds on French TV to promote it.
C'est terrible de dire ça, mais le cinéma a été pour moi un mode d'emploi pour braquer.
Et on voyait ça un petit peu, l'attaque de fourgon blindé en ligne de mire. Pourquoi? Parce que quand tu attaques un fourgon blindé, c'est le top des tops.
The caption on screen reads former
What
gangster.
is he even saying?
Well,
Yeah, got
not
the
so long
caption
ago,
showing.
he was anything
I don't
but.
know what he's
In
saying.
late 1998, 3
Sound
months
like
after his
he's
escape in
saying all
Basel,
kinds of
Fayed was
gibberish.
caught and sentenced to 18 years in jail for armed robbery.
18
He was
years.
granted parole for
Dang.
good behavior after just under 9 years.
What?
Now he
Come on,
presents
bro.
himself as a
Come
changed
on.
man,
He only did
as
half
someone
of
who
the
has learned
time.
his lesson.
La vie de bandit, c'est que de la
Half of
lumière.
the time for this criminal right here. You know he going back to the same
Quand vous
thing
allez en
again.
prison, c'est une sanction carrément qui est collective parce que votre famille, votre femme, vos enfants, vos frères, vos sœurs, vos parents.
Man, I don't know
tout
what this
paye.
dude's saying, bro.
He got married. His
Gotta be
brother
like
has
German.
landed him an office job. He appears to be taking it easy now. At one point, He attends a film event where Michael Mann is physically present, the director of Heat, the very
don't
film
know
that
who that
inspired
is,
his
man.
biggest heist.
Moi, personnellement, je suis un
This dude
ancien
watching
gangster.
movies and
Malheureusement,
practicing and
je
stuff
m'en
and
vends
making
pas.
it happen in
Je
real
vais faire
life.
une dizaine d'années de prison. J'ai attaqué des fourgons blindés, des bijoutiers,
Menace to
des
society.
banques, Monsieur Toubiana, je pense. Et je leur ai répondu que non. J'avais un conseiller technique, un prof de fac, une sorte de mentor. Et il s'appelle Michael Mann. Alors ma question, en fait, elle est simple. C'est est-ce qu'il a conscience qu'il y ait des gangsters qui puissent s'inspirer de son cinéma? Parce que moi, ça m'est arrivé.
Fayed addresses Mann
He's
directly.
exactly
Michael
wow.
Mann looks amused, but also a bit
Like,
uncomfortable.
what?
He doesn't know what to
It's
say.
made for movies, bro. It's
Thank
not
you for that.
real.
That matters, man.
You mean?
In another talk show stint,
You don't
Fayed
supposed
is
to
asked
actually
if
go
he
do
thinks
this
he
in
could
real
ever
life, dude.
relapse.
What's wrong with you?
Ouais, mais les
Crazy.
démons, vous savez, hein, ils sont
Think
morts,
people
ils sont
really
morts.
trying to go out there and be
That's a
Superman and
bull-faced
stuff,
lie.
bro? Come on, man.
Because at this point, he's already back to
You're
committing
gonna get
crimes.
killed, dude.
And not just petty theft, but a crime so shocking it will shake the entire country.
Oh my gosh, chill these eyes, bro.
May 20th, 2010, Créteil, a suburb southeast of downtown Paris.
Okay.
Two officers are on routine patrol, Thierry M. and his partner Aurélien Fouquet. Fouquet is 26 years old. She became a mother just a year ago. For
Okay,
them,
okay.
it's just another day on the job. But then they get a call from the National Police. They're told to head to the A4 highway exit. Some criminals are on the run in a white van.
Right, man.
They pull
hold
up at
on.
an intersection with flashing lights and blaring
You
sirens.
see, this wouldn't happen
They
in the
have no
United
idea
States.
what they're about to get into.
This
These
ain't
men
happening
had
in
a
the United
plan
States.
to rob an armored cash truck carrying 16 million euros. But 30
don't know-
minutes
I don't know
ago,
how
a
much that
routine
is
traffic
in the
stop
US
turned their
market,
heist into
but
a
it sounds like
high-speed,
a lot.
all-out chase with the police. Now they've crashed and need a new getaway car. But at that exact moment, the two patrol officers arrive. The gang doesn't hesitate to open fire. The windshield
Damn.
of the patrol car alone is pierced by 16 bullets.
16 bullets.
Fouquet is hit multiple times.
Damn.
The gunmen flee. Fouquet is rushed to the hospital,
Damn.
and by the end of the day, she is dead.
Dang.
The murder
Killed
of
some
Aurélien
innocent
Fouquet
police
sent
officer
shockwaves
just for
throughout
doing
the
her
entire
job,
country.
man. She literally
At her
just
funeral,
had a kid,
thousands of
bro.
police officers stand in mourning. Among them is French President
Criminals,
Nicolas
man.
Sarkozy. He posthumously awards her a Medal of Honor and delivers a promise. He will do everything it takes to find out who did it.
Les meurtriers
crazy.
d'Aurélie Fouquet, je le dis devant son cercueil, seront punis avec la sévérité qu'exige l'ignominie de leur crime.
Redouane Faïd feels safe. So safe he keeps telling his gangster stories on camera.
This nigga
Here he
going
is
back
in a
to jail, man.
documentary. The film recounts how Fouquet was gunned down, and then Redouane Faïd appears, not as a suspect, not as a fugitive, but as an expert on this kind of heist.
Stop it.
At the time, the filmmakers had no idea that the man sitting in front of them had a part in the killing of Aurélien Fouquet.
This dude was literally being like
The failed attack on the armored cash
famous
truck has Faïd's signature
for
all
doing
over
all
it.
these crimes, bro.
It is
It's
an
it's
airtight
not
alibi,
what's supposed to be
and
happening.
he swears he was not involved.
They're gonna send this nigga
But
to prison.
investigators keep digging and eventually find compelling surveillance footage. A security camera has caught Faïd inside the white van used by the criminals.
Uh-oh.
Faïd was not on the scene when the shots were fired, but police gather enough evidence to pin him down as the mastermind behind the operation. After 1 year on the
Pick
run,
that boy
Faïd
up.
is captured. Again,
Fuck that
and
boy.
he goes straight back to prison.
Oh yeah. Lock him up. Oh,
Whether
he's
you're
getting out
invited to a
again,
talk
right?
show or heading out on a date, there are moments when you want to look your best. But
on,
shaving is that shave,
Come on, bro.
00 dash, accompanied by a prison guard. Suddenly, they see a helicopter in the courtyard next to them. They wonder if it could be firefighters. The unarmed warden bolts into a nearby office,
Firefighter, but they would've
hiding behind
called you.
bulletproof glass. Meanwhile, the two prisoners are about to witness Redouane Faïd's spectacular prison escape up close. One of the three men stays with Stefan, the pilot, and continues to press a gun to his head.
Oh,
The other two jump out. They are masked and wearing bulletproof vests beneath their clothes. Each of them carries an AK-47.
Man, it's some Call of Duty
They've
stuff.
just landed in the honored courtyard. Prisoners do not have access here. It's only used when inmates enter or leave the facility. That's why nobody thought anti-helicopter cables were needed here. The man in green runs towards a reinforced white door. He carries an angle grinder with a 14-inch 35-centimeter blade.
Like, come on, man. Well, y'all gotta
His
have
partner
better
sets off
security.
3
Then
smoke
this should not be
grenades,
able to
releasing
happen.
thick white smoke. The helicopter's spinning blades turn it into a roaring chaos until the entire courtyard is engulfed, a complete whiteout. The sound of the cutting angle screeches through the entire prison. Faïd knows what that means. it's time. By now, it's clear to everyone that nobody here is blowing leaves. The blade of the grinder slices through the locking doors. Clean, precise. 40 seconds is all it takes. The man in green can just push the door open and step inside. The guards slowly realize what's happening, but they're not carrying firearms and are unable to interfere. One of them sticks to protocol and calls the Civil Aviation Authority. They don't understand what's happening. Another calls the standard line for police emergencies and gets put on hold. A third contacts the local police.
Put on hold? How are you getting put on hold if somebody is invading the
sentinels on the
prison?
4 watchtowers are the only ones carrying firearms, but they can't see the helicopter because their view is blocked by other buildings.
See what I'm
And
saying?
they're
The
not allowed to
snipers
fire
and
at a
stuff
flying aircraft
can't
anyway.
even see
Total utter
everywhere.
chaos.
Like what? Man, this is terrible.
By now, Fayid's brother knows exactly what's going on. He's furious. He thought his brother was ready to change. And
Man,
now
he ain't
this,
changing. He's
another
criminal.
escape.
Criminals don't change.
He just can't help himself. Fayid's accomplice has already cut his way through several locks, and now he has reached the door to visiting room 50, where Redouane Fayid is waiting. The angle grinder slices through the metal. The door is open. Fayid has been waiting for this. He storms out and rushes down a long corridor, followed by the man in green. His brother is left behind, frozen and stunned. At 11:28 a.m., Redouane Fayid steps into the prison courtyard, 10 minutes after the helicopter got there. He sees the 2 inmates that have taken out the trash, brings his right hand to his temple, and gives them an Air Force salute. Then he climbs into the helicopter. Dozens of inmates stand pressed against the bars of their cells to watch. As the helicopter lifts off, the entire prison erupts into applause. It's almost like a movie scene.
Oh, for the prisoners though, they probably want people to get out of jail though.
A French gangster
They gotta
who
be
broke out
happening.
of jail by
Oh, for real, something
hijacking
way in the US. It's like in Paris or
Criminal
something.
who is a big movie fan. He is broken.
No,
out of
that's not
prison
happening
twice.
in the US. Boy, what? Man, as soon as you ain't even landing that helicopter down.
Armed men who hijacked a helicopter which picked up Redouane Fayid from within the prison grounds.
The news of Redouane Fayid's prison break spreads across the world. He was already famous, a TV figure.
They get this dude though. There's no way he's still out right now, right? There's no way they didn't
A
catch
well-known
him.
French actress writes on social media, "Bravo, Redouane Fayid. All of France is with you." The French police declare him the country's most wanted man.
Kind of same
3
birthday
months
as
later,
me?
the
Oh
authorities
my
track him
gosh,
down.
through a minute.
Hiding in an apartment in his hometown, Cailles, he's been disguising himself under a burqa during public outings.
Yeah, you got caught again.
When he finally stands trial in 2020, authorities take extreme security measures, including a no-fly zone above the courthouse.
Oh yeah, lock this nigga up, man. He's dangerous.
The court cites a psychiatric assessment describing him as a social predator and gifted at manipulation. He uses his charm and intelligence to control others and get what he wants. Fayid himself says that
Master
for him, it was
manipulator.
always about the adrenaline. He says he is addicted to it and calls himself a sick man.
You're a sick
His
man,
Hollywood
yeah,
style
you're right.
heists
You're
made
addicted to
headlines
adrenaline, but
worldwide.
it's a lot of stuff you can
But
do.
he
Go
also
play
made his family
basketball,
suffer,
football, go
traumatized
run
hostages,
around the
and caused the
neighborhood or
death of a
something.
26-year-old police
Not
officer.
rob people and kill.
Fayid stood 2 separate trials.
Like, what's
For his
wrong with this
heists,
dude?
his role in Henri Fouquet's death,
Dude getting a
and
life
his 2
sentence.
escapes from
You're never
prison.
getting out. Dude.
He was sentenced to a total of 39 years in jail.
That ain't long enough.
His
bro.
lawyer says he's been held in solitary
Gonna try to
confinement since
escape
2019.
again.
He is strip searched up to 5 times a day at random intervals.
Oh yeah, it's over for him.
At
5
least 4
times a day
guards
strip
escort him
search.
to each and every one of his phone calls. And
Solitary
even then, his
confinement
hands
since
have to remain in
2019. My
shackles.
boy only get 1 hour out the room.
Fayid himself says he feels like he's been buried alive.
It's over for you, boy.
His earliest
Making
possible
sure you
release
don't
date
escape.
is 2060. He would be 88 years old by then.
That boy, he thought he can get away. It's over for him. That boy living miserable now. In that cell all day, man. I try to find me something else to do in there. Get beat up or get stabbed, purpose or something, because I'm not trying to sit there for all them years.